What's up, XRP family? Now here we can see, guys, goodbye Howey test, hello Ripple test, exactly what I was talking about in my previous video. Go check it out if you didn't see it yet. In 2015, the US government concluded XRP was a virtual currency. Last I checked, now this is the document that I actually showed in previous video, so go check it out and you will understand what he is saying here. Last I checked, the SEC is still part of the US government. Goodbye Howey test, hello Ripple test. Now the reason they did this whole lawsuit, guys, is because they want to make a Ripple test, right? Think about that. Think about how logical that is. The Howey test is very, very old. Doesn't really apply to crypto assets. It's very hard to... You can do it. There is definitely some kind of prongs in the Howey test that are actually very clear. And that you can say, okay, this is a security and this is not. But there are some cryptocurrencies where it's very hard to actually decide whether it's a security or not. Hence why this history is being made. And this is actually a legendary lawsuit where Ripple is really fighting and winning this case. And hopefully very soon we'll get a verdict. So understand that this is not just some case that just happens to be, right? This is all planned. This is part of the plan, part of the agenda that they have to push to make a Ripple test. So future digital assets will actually be put next to the Ripple test and they will see, is this a security or not? And that's going to be the difference between Howey test and Ripple test. And here we can see it's mega chess, not mega checkers. Here we can see that Trump released an NFTs, guys, and he didn't even like crypto, but he released NFTs and the price went skyrocket high. And a lot of people are, of course, at the end, no one stands. One stands, right? So it's all related to the Riddlers. And what we can say about this is not very much. But here we have Charles Hoskinson. Says XRP provides no technical value. And he is ready to move on. Look at that. This is insane. And it's being said here, controversy behind two communities continues, but users do not seem to care that much. Charles Hoskinson. Recently, we showed you a video where Charles Hoskinson plays the victim, as always. He's always playing the victim, guys. I don't know if you agree or not, but he's always playing the victim. It's very clear. He didn't really say anything negative about XRP, but now he does. He says that it provides no technical value, right? Maybe he's really tired of the XRP community roasting him and he's crying right now and saying all these things. He was not like this before all of this happened. And now he actually seems to be quite controversial, right? Here we can see there's no point inviting toxicity into your life. It's abusive and pointless. Even in saying it now, there are mocking baby memes. Life is too short. Move on and cut it out. XRP provides no partnership or technical value. The community is toxic and petty. I can live without it, right? So it's very weak as a person who is an owner of the Cardano project to behave like this. He's not being professional, guys. And this is not me hating on him or anything. I don't have anything against this guy. But the way he is reacting to certain things is not professional at all. It's just not how you actually put yourself out there as a Cardano representative, right? It's shame. Swift is a mess. Its 6% error rate equates to 60,000 defects per million opportunities in 6 Sigma parlance, or level 3. Level 3 is considered unacceptable. Going from level 3 to level 6 ideal at 3.4 DPMO means an improvement of 20,000 X is needed. More power to Ripple. Again, guys, it's very obvious what Swift is doing and where it needs to improve. Hence why they are upgrading to ISO 222. This is the whole reason for it. These are the statistics. These are the numbers. And you can see very well why they need Ripple. That is why Ripple is in this lawsuit. Never forget these things. I say them and I repeat them a lot because a lot of people actually get discouraged. They get discouraged because they see the price of XRP not moving. But that's not important. You have to understand what is happening behind the scenes. Solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem is not going to happen overnight. Well, basically it is, but It takes a lot of time to reach that overnight position. When the reset happens, it will happen very, very quickly, almost within days. Now, this is what people don't understand. When it happens, when everything is ready, things will move very fast and you will lose out on so many opportunities. And you will look back and regret the position that you could have taken because you're calling these conspiracy theories, but they're actually not. They're very obvious, right? So let's take a look at this video.
Leverage up. Try to play an even bat. Diversify your assets. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. We mustn't forget there's maybe 150 countries which are working on the currency, on the CBDC at the moment. And when the first currency country does it, I think a lot of them are going to follow very, very quickly. And if it's the subject of reset, the reset when it happens in one country will be a global one. It's going to happen almost within days all around the world. I don't think England could have a reset and then America decides to have one 3 months later. I think it'll be much, much faster than that. So things will happen very, very quickly. And because there's so many countries, it will happen in different ways in different countries. So whilst I'm saying that it's quite possible that all debt and all cash and all bonds remain behind in the old currency, and that's great for people who've borrowed money and terrible for those who own assets in the old currency, it's not necessarily the true in any one country or every country. We just don't know how it's going to play out. So my message is, if you've got a lot of cash, think about what you could be doing with it. Unfortunately, when you get rid of your cash, someone else is getting that. So there's always going to be bag holders holding the cash.
Very interesting, right? Just a very logical approach to how the reset will happen. It will happen within days. All countries will go together. Why do you think that all countries of a sudden are working on CBDCs, right? Yes, we have China already launching a CBDC. They are already using it. But in terms of this reset, guys, it will happen at the same time with all countries. Because it's very logical what he's saying, that it cannot be one country and then 3 months later another country. It doesn't happen like that. So be mindful of that. This is actually a BIS paper where you can see, guys, it's very interesting what they're saying here. Here we can see they have two groups of crypto assets. Now read carefully, take a look. Those that meet in full a set of classification conditions. Group 1 crypto assets include tokenized traditional assets, Group 1A, and crypto assets with effective stabilization mechanisms, Group 1B. Group 1 crypto assets are subject to capital requirements based on the risk weights of underlying exposures as set out in the existing Basel framework. Now, what does that mean? That means that they have certain crypto assets that they will use for the structure of the standard for payments. And this is exactly what we have been talking about from the beginning of the time. Those that fail to meet any of the classification conditions, as a result, they pose additional and higher risks compared with Group 1 crypto assets, and consequently are subject to a newly prescribed conservative capital treatment. Now, of course, we understand that Bitcoin is most likely a high risk asset, right? Because it moves too much, it's too volatile, and it doesn't really work with payments. So just an example. I'm not saying that there's anything against Bitcoin. I'm just saying it's an example, right? So they have these groups where they basically say unbacked crypto assets. Here you can also see, guys, that they want to back crypto assets by gold, because they say capital treatment generally based on existing Basel framework, right? These are the longer term plans of these stable coins and tokenized traditional assets. You can see that they have plans to actually back crypto by gold. And of course, with crypto, we are talking about XRP and XLM and maybe a bit more. So here we can see Recession XRP Moon, the best real estate acquisition opportunity you will ever receive in your lifetime. Definitely, guys. The biggest opportunity is coming. The agenda is all about timing. Everything will happen at once. It was always meant to be that way. Every opportunity you could have ever dreamed of in your lifetime will smack you in the face all at once. Enjoy. Right? So I hope you all understand what this means, because this is once in a lifetime opportunity that will happen quite fast. Now, this video is for people that think that they are late in crypto. Please take a careful look and you will see that the biggest asset groups are so large that crypto is not even close to one of them. Let's take a look. I will play it without actual sound because it will get copyright claims. Here we can see this is Google, and then we have the whole crypto market, which is 1.4 trillion. And then we have Microsoft. Then we have Apple. And then we go into the bigger markets, the US stock market, for example. Look at that. The S&P, the stock market as well. Here we can see bigger and bigger and bigger, right? 190 trillion. And there is even more, guys. This is not even everything. Because they say in this video that the whole world has 400 trillion, but it's way more than that, guys. It's way more than that. So understand how small crypto still is. And then imagine XRP, right? So understand the position that you are in. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.